BS radio right-wing garbage that you heard all day long, that, Hammerhead does and the golfer does all day long. And that moron who never went to college now with a blackboard and a blackboard now. He always wanted to be a professor. He heard that they were smart. So he puts a blackboard on television now. You hear this? It's unbelievable. I never saw anything like this. You talk about a right wing in disrepair and falling apart. You don't have to look any further than what's going on. I've never seen anything like this in my life. You say the Republican Party is finished. They were finished a long time ago. After Barry Goldwater, they were already on the wrong road. Then they had Ronald Reagan, who, by the way, was not so conservative. There is no Republican Party, so to speak. Well, there's a Republican Party. There's no conservatism within it, okay? There's no meat inside that bun. It shifted a couple of years ago when Murdoch, the genius, saw that the Democrats were going to win because he knew that his buddies in the Republican Party had sacked the Treasury sufficiently for 8 years, and now it was time to put the phony game on to the Democrats. He figured Hillary would be the president. He backed her. No one ever thought that this college professor would be president. No one ever heard of him 3 years ago. For a man who has no educational background and no knowledge of history, science, poetry, or literature, he does a very, very good job of convincing people that he has the flag wrapped around himself and he's invincible. And you heard it first in the Savage Nation. Rush Limbaugh is the General Motors of talk radio. Wallbanger is the Chrysler of talk radio. And both of them have been propped up by TARP funds, which is the Republican Party itself. If it was not for the TARP listenership of Republican Party boobs, Rush, the General Motors of talk radio, would have been out of business. Wallbanger, the Chrysler of talk radio, would have been out of business. Let me tell you about Rush. Rush is the biggest rip-off artist in the history of radio, and he never acknowledges anybody he steals from. You ask anybody in the business, they'll tell you the same thing. Rush is the General Motors of talk radio. He's never invented a novel idea in his life. Everything he uses is from somebody else. And just like General Motors, as sure as I'm sitting here, this man is propped up by TARP funds called Republican Party boosters. They do not understand that they are the General Motors and Chrysler of talk radio, and they're on an ice floe, and they're drifting south. I don't listen to the Wallbanger, but on the way to work today, I actually tuned in the Wallbanger. I couldn't believe what I was listening to.
Ooh, I went to a party with elites, and those elites are snotty. Ooh, those elites, they're snotty people. But I went to the party just to prove that those elites, they're snotty. Ooh. My next best seller will be hanging out with snotty elites because I want to, by Wallbanger.
You got the guy on Fox. Every other day he's in tears. How does he get away? I don't understand it. With tears? Every day. Oh, free speech. You're going to take away my free speech. Join me if you don't help me. My free speech will go. What about Michael Savage? Never heard of him. They've destroyed their credibility with millions of listeners to the Savage Nation. I make a prediction, though. The smartest broadcaster on Fox News by far is O'Reilly. He has a real education.
Radio, and most talk radio is conservative dominated, ideologues, Kool-Aid drinking idiots. Screaming at you, this is socialism, this is that. These idiots, they're misleading you. They're lying to you. They're rich, these guys. Big cigars, all of that. Yeah, oh yeah, my private jet. And they're saying, oh no, no bailout. No way. Hey, you're gonna get it. Not them. That foreign investment pulls out, we are toast. And they'll pull out if this bailout doesn't happen. Are you getting a message here? Walk away from these liars, these right-wing liars. Walk away from them. They're not looking out for you.
All right, so he and I have given each other the, bashing. So what? It's what it is. But at least he went to Harvard. The guy's educated. The next one never went to college, and the crybaby never went to college. You say, so what? It means a lot. They don't have any depth. They're faking it. You want to listen to somebody who has only a high school education tell you about the news? Well, so be it. I don't. I can give you the Rush Limbaugh level.
Those Democrats, well, we got to defeat them. You see, if we defeat them and we Republicans win, why then the world will be perfect. It'll be a Gulf Stream world. But we can't let those evil Democrats win. No, we're gonna defeat them. Why, the wheels are coming off the wagon. Oh, the Republicans are gonna win. Republicans good, Democrats bad. Democrats bad, Republicans good.
If you want that kind of show, I'm going home. Would it bother you at all to see the hypocrisy of the corporate talk show hosts Glenn Beck and Rush Limbaugh? Do you think that makes Rush Limbaugh and Glenn Beck hypocrites to any extent, or are they incapable of hypocrisy because they declare themselves not to be liberals? Is that possible, that they themselves declare themselves to be ubermensch in some ways because they're not liberals, and in so doing they could actually think that you're stupid? I had great entertainment watching the two circus clowns put on the act about the First Amendment. You want hard right-wing talk? Is that what you tuned in for? You want hard right-wing talk? You want me to talk about the real loss of freedom of speech as opposed to the ersatz variety from that vacuum cleaner salesman Rush Limbaugh?
You get arrogant, stupid people who get paid a lot of money to be on radio and TV to be arrogant and stupid. And one of them is on the Fox News channel. It's the non-factor, Bill O'Reilly. This is what I mean. What a buffoon. The same guy who claims to have led the boycott against France, that forced France to do whatever France was supposed to do. What a joke. What a moron. He is Ted Baxter. Now who's looking out for us, moron? You jerk? And where do you find the time to look out for all of us regular folk? Were you elected to represent us, moron? I don't think so. Do you drive in every day, or do you have a limo drop you off, moron? I drive to my office every day. And let me tell you something else, you jerk. You paid more in hush money for your little phone sex than I've ever earned. You're going to lecture me and other conservatives? I don't think so. We're supposed to all line up behind the non-factor. The non-factor who doesn't know crapola about economics or history or law. And he is no conservative. He's another mainstream moron, phony journalist.
Dan, you're on the Savage Nation.
Hey, Mike, you're a great American. I just wanted to say
please hold it. I never want to hear that. That's used by some phony tin horn on another channel. I'm not a great American. That's for that fake lawyer on that other station. Don't ever call me that, and don't ever call the show again. Ever. I'm not a great American. I'm just another American. That's something that tin horn lawyer uses. That fraud. That faker with a big mouth who sounds like Groucho Marx. If he didn't follow Wallbanger, you know what he'd be doing? He'd be an ambulance chaser, you idiots, you great American.
How could everyone who calls this show be a great American? Please explain that to me. How can anyone listen to a man who says that? How? And then he's followed by a lawyer with Groucho Marx's voice who says you're a great American. How does anyone listen to them? I don't get it. God help me understand this.
Anybody have anything to say about that? Should I be taken off the radio?
Are conservatives that stupid?
I say crap.
You idiots, you great American.
They're lying to you.
BS radio right-wing garbage that you heard all day long, and that moron who never went to college now with a blackboard and
Kool-Aid drinking idiots. Idiots.
You idiots, you great American.
Are conservatives that stupid?
Screaming at you, this is socialism, this is this is that.
His buddies in the Republican Party had sacked the Treasury sufficiently for a listenership of Republican Party boobs. Rush is the biggest rip-off artist in the history of radio, and they're on an ice floe, and they're drifting south.
These idiots, I mean, they're misleading you.
They're faking it.
All of that.
I mean, you want to listen to somebody who has only a high school education tell you about the news?
You get arrogant, stupid people who get paid a lot of money to be on radio and TV to be arrogant and stupid.
Hypocrisy of the corporate talk show hosts, they could actually think that you're stupid. The two circus clowns put on the act about the First Amendment. That vacuum cleaner salesman, Rush Limbaugh.
What a buffoon.
Are you getting a message here? Walk away from these liars, these right-wing liars.